Hi folks, a warm welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. Xander here to go through everything Celtic. John is with me also to talk the big game on on Sunday. Kilmarnock versus Celtic at Rugby Park. Big game, massive game. In fact, it's an absolute massive weekend. So let's bring in John. How are you, John?
All right, Xander, how are you?
Yes, okay. I know we were on yesterday and we came back on the day, but we just want to get this done and dusted, get a wee chat about it, John, because it's I know it's away Sunday and we're doing this on a Friday, but it's exciting times, John, with a win for Celtic and something's going to give with the Hearts and Rangers game, John. So I'm looking forward to this weekend's fixtures.
Aye, it'll be interesting, won't it? But look, as long as we win, then you don't know what's going to happen at Ibrox. It's a hard one to call, to be honest with you. Maybe the stuffing taking out of the Rangers with the draw against Motherwell. The Hearts' bit of confidence after winning a derby. That what I've seen of Hearts, still a very poor team. They're just scraping by results. Similar to Celtic, to be honest with you, apart from I think Celtic play the better football. But that's the only difference, really. Just Hearts are totally scraping by. So I still don't know what my preference is when it comes to result there. I'm not sure. What about yourself?
Well, I was having a wee chat with, we would never sell a club for £1 on the comments there. And we both agree that a draw would be the more favourable result there, I think. You know, both teams dropping points. Celtic, as long as Celtic win, that is, of course, that's the big, elephant in the room. Will Celtic go to Rugby Park and get the win? Because we're going to go through the preview right now. A couple of wee bits of news, not much, and then we'll do the preview. But of course, Kilmarnock, off the back of that 4-3 win against St Mirren at the weekend there, John. So their tails will be up. They'll be out there to battle. But it's the same as any other team that comes to face Celtic, John. Their tails are always up.
Look, every team's going to be up for a battle with Celtic because, there's been a bit of turmoil at the club. So teams are looking at Celtic right now as vulnerable, if you like. And they're there to be got at. And we're seeing it with every team that plays. Even Livingston had chances against us. Wasn't it for Kasper Schmeichel early on? We could have been 1-0 down in that game. So every team thinks Celtic are there for the take, and that's the way I'm looking at this. Teams are looking at Celtic as they're no longer the threat that they once were.
Yeah, and as we said yesterday on the podcast, John, we're waiting on the season kicking off properly. That's still to happen. Win, draw, loss, win, draw, loss. It's no good. It's no good for Celtic. We need a run of games, and it's the last 5 games were unbeaten. So hopefully that is the start, but we just need the performances to get a wee bit better as well, John, don't we? These last minute goals are no good for the old ticker, are they?
No. It's exciting, right enough, isn't it? But you're still better off going a couple of goals, 3 goals ahead, and relax during the rest of the game, knowing that the opposition have got no chance of coming back. But we haven't seen that all season. I think we've seen it once against Dundee United when Martin O'Neill returned. That was it.
Yeah, it's been a very lacklustre season, John. Although we have been getting the wins, we're doing really well in Europe also, clearly. But I think the losing the cup final knocked the stuffing right out of us, John, and I know that was under Nancy. But we'll get into the wee bits and bobs first before we go any further, John. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Smash that like button. That would be appreciated. The last couple of videos, the likes have went up, so that's good to see. Hit the subscribe button as well if you don't mind. That would be also very much appreciated by both John and myself. And we're going to do the predictor. We're going to do the league predictor as well. That league on your left hand side, we'll do that for the weekend. Big massive predictor coming up also. As I say, we have snippets of news. We're not really news, John. Martin O'Neill, but we're still waiting on the Martin O'Neill press conference, actually, John. We're waiting on the timeline for the Arnie Engels injury. We're hearing it's roughly 3 to 4 games, but that's not been confirmed yet. So we'll wait and see what Martin O'Neill says later on today. But, he's going to be out for the Kilmarnock game, we think, anyway. So we're waiting on that, as I say, we're waiting on that interview from Martin O'Neill coming up very shortly, actually. But I was having a look at the odds, John. I know it's away from Celtic for a wee minute, but I was having a look at the odds on a red card for Heart of Midlothian Football Club against Rangers at Ibrox on Sunday, John. I was having a wee look at the odds because every team Rangers played, the last 3 games, their opposition team have had a man sent off. So I was looking at the odds for Hearts to get a red card at Ibrox, and the odds is 3-1 Hearts to get a red card at Ibrox on Sunday, John. I mean, that is a fantastic price considering, John, what's going on just now. I'd bet your hand off for that 3-1 price.
Well, Hearts have had quite a few sending offs this season as well, themselves. I think they've had about 4 red cards this season, Hearts.
Yeah.
So the chances of them getting a red card, especially against your referee's favourite, Sevco, is very high.
Yeah, very high.
There's every possibility this will happen. I says they would get one playing Motherwell, and they got one. And I don't know if I would predict a red card in this one, because all eyes will be on this game. You've got to take that into account as well. So, well, I think it will happen. Look, we don't know. It's very possible, and the likelihood is very high.
Yeah, very high indeed, especially if Rangers are struggling, John. Then you might see a red card for Hearts. But that's the price anyway, 3-1 for Hearts to get sent down to 10 men at Ibrox on Sunday. Right, John, let's get into it then. The game, big game on Sunday for ourselves. A couple of hours before the Hearts game. We kick off, obviously, at 2 o'clock on Sunday, so it's an earlier kick-off for us. The game's on Sky Sports. We're getting a 4,000 allocation tickets for this one, John. 4,000 allocation. I'm quite sure that is the case. The full Chadwick stand and some of the East stand as well at Rugby Park. So 4,000 allocation, not too bad, I suppose, but it could be a wee bit more considering most of the stadiums are lying empty, John.
Aye, you very seldom see a packed out Rugby Park, do you? It's always empty.
Yeah.
I think they had a couple of games in Europe last season or the season before, can't remember, and they had a packed stadium. But you never see it when they're playing a domestic fixture with Kilmarnock. So the chances of that stadium being full are very, very low. It's quite a big stadium as well, by the way, Rugby Park. I think it holds about 20,000, 20,000.
Yeah.
So, and it's always empty. So 4,000 tickets, it's not really a lot, is it? Considering that you're lucky if there'll be 2,000 Kilmarnock fans there.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, that is indeed, if that's what we get as an allocation, and that might be reduced as well. I just don't know. But the last time we were there, it was 4,000. So I'm taking it as read that that's what we'll be getting this time. Okay, let's move on. As I say, the game's on Sky Sports, so we get to look at Chris Boyd's happy face for another couple of hours. You know, that's what puts me off watching games on Sky Sports, John, is Chris Boyd. You know, even when the Rangers get beaten, Celtic win, you see his face is totally raging, John. I just can't go the guy's face, to be honest with you. So, Boyd, I don't know why he's still on a job on Sky Sports. We've talked about that on the last podcast. Andy Walker, the likes of him, Charlie Nicholas, Craig Burley, all these guys getting the sack from Sky Sports, yet Chris Boyd is still there, isn't he? Unbelievable. Duncan Nicholson, he's the referee for Rugby Park. Duncan Nicholson. Scott Anderson and Alistair Taylor are the referees' assistants for this one, the linesman, if you like, or linesperson. You know what we're saying these days, you get into trouble. Greg Aitken, he is on the VAR, so that is your officials. Any word on that, John? The officials there, Duncan Anderson and Greg Aitken?
No, nothing to say. I don't remember ever having anything bad to say about any of them. So, no, I have no comment.
Okay. Fair play, John. Let's get into the odds. I know we spoke about the odds on the red card for Hearts to get sent down to 10 men. We'll continue with the odds and, of course, gamble responsibly. But the odds for the Kilmarnock Celtic game is 15-2, roughly, just a bit less than 8-1 Kilmarnock to get the win, 4-1 the draw, and 1-3 Celtic. So, same old, John. Celtic favourites in most games we're going to. But considering we're away, and it's at Rugby Park on that plastic pitch, I think 1-3. Puts Celtic, it's almost a non-bet, isn't it? 1-3.
Aye, but Celtic will always be favourites against teams in the Premier League, and I don't know why that's the case this season with such poor form. I don't understand the bookies. I've said this time and time again to you, why Celtic are favourites in all these domestic fixtures with such poor form, sitting third in the league as well. Look, we're going to climb up that table, I'm quite sure of that, but recent form, bookies can't be looking at that and giving Celtic overwhelming odds like that. I just don't get it.
excuse me, we've got a wee bit of confidence. Yeah, I know what you're saying, John. I know exactly what you're saying. But it's a Celtic, John, so they're always going to be the hot favourites. But I just thought 1-3 away from home is that, it's a non-bet for me. You're not going to make any money with 1-3. Anyway, John, we'll move on. Let's move on to the lineups and the teams, the injuries, etc. Benjamin Arthur, John, do you think he'll get his debut eventually? The big centre half, John. We've got him on loan. We've got the big European game in midweek also. So we don't know if he's going to tinker with the team. Obviously, Martin O'Neill, since he's came in, he's unbeaten, which is absolutely fantastic. I know you're talking about the form, but that's the form on the park as regards to performances, John. Have not been absolutely stunning, shall we say, but we're still getting the wins over the line. So we're unbeaten in the last 5. So Martin O'Neill doing a fantastic job since he's came in. We just need the players to up the ante a wee bit, shall we say. I would like to see Benjamin Arthur getting his debut in this one, John.
I can't see it. Just can't see it. I mean, it's Rugby Park on the plastic pitch. I think Martin O'Neill, he's going to stick to a team that knows that pitch well. And obviously all the boys at Celtic know that pitch well. The newcomers don't. And it's the worst pitch in Scotland. You've got to bear that in mind. So I can't see a debut appearance for him. I can't see it.
Okay, fair play. We'll wait and see what happens on Sunday. I just hope he gets a run out because he's here, to play games, John. Who was the boy we signed as well, and we sent him back in the January. I didn't get a game at all. I can't remember the boy's name. But anyway, John, we just hope that doesn't happen to Benjamin Arthur. John, doesn't he come up here and doesn't kick a ball? We want these guys to get a chance. Obviously, they're going to get their chance if they're decent players, John. So, but he's not kicked a ball for Celtic yet. We'll wait and see what happens on Sunday. Okay, Kilmarnock, John, they are an okay team. We do realise that every time we go to Rugby Park, it's a bit of a struggle. Unless it was like a couple of seasons ago, we got to Rugby Park at the end of the season, 1-4-0, that kind of thing. That would be fantastic if that was to happen again, John. But I can't see it. I think it's going to be another close, tight affair. Last time out for Kilmarnock, as I said earlier, John, 4-3 win against St Mirren. So they get that win right in time for playing Celtic. That was always going to happen as well. They've also had a 3-0 win against Aberdeen in the last 5. But of course, John, they have lost to Dundee, Rangers and Motherwell in the last 5 also. So I would say their form is, shall we say, up and down.
Aye, well, Dundee, Rangers and Motherwell were decent teams. We had a good look at Dundee. They've already beat us as well this season. All right, it was under Nancy. It doesn't really count. But they have beaten us. Motherwell, obviously a form team. Rangers, obviously a form team. They're a form team. They're not sitting second in the league for nothing. So they've been beat by half-decent teams. But I still like to think Celtic definitely play the best attacking football out of all the teams. They definitely do. They're just not taking chances. So you've just got to hope the players have got the boots on the right feet. if you take your chances, you're winning the games.
That's it. I don't think I could go another last-second winner. Although it would be fantastic as long as we win the game. As long as we come out of there with 3 points, I don't care how we do it. But these last-second winners, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic at the time. The Livingston game in midweek, they're absolutely brilliant. And what a midweek set of results it was, apart from the Hearts game, obviously. But no, John, it was brilliant. But I don't know if I can take another one of them. So, okay, players out for Kilmarnock. Daniels, he's out. Matty Kennedy, he's also out. And Kyle McGuinness is also out of this one. Celtic, the usual candidates, out clearly. But Tierney, John, I know he's playing with a broken nose, but he could be rested and Sriracha started. Give that nose of his an extra few days to rest for the European game. Who knows? We'll wait and see. So he could be out, Tierney, or rested, shall we say. Kevin Carter-Vickers, he's out. Jota, he's out. Osmond, he's out as well. Johnston, he's still out. And of course, Arnie Engels, John. But that's another one added to the list. We're waiting on the news coming out for him. But it doesn't look good, does it? I think he's going to be out for a few weeks.
I think so. I think he's definitely going to be out. Kieran Tierney, we've got cover for him, which is good. We've got the quality cover for Kieran Tierney. The number one left back at Celtic right now, definitely without a doubt, Sirachi, best left back in the country. So we've got that covered. Centre of the park with Engels missing. I don't rate Engels anyway, as I've said a million times on here. I don't know who's going to stand in for him, because we definitely haven't got him covered. Hatate's well off form. Don't know what's happened to him. Don't know if he's got his mind elsewhere. He's maybe wanting to move to another club, but he ain't the same player he used to be. He's far from it. Who else is in there? Luke McCowan? Nah. Still no sold on him, Xander. Luke McCowan. Hot and cold, isn't he? Sometimes he has cracking games, sometimes he's terrible. So I don't know who's going to cover in there. Maybe the new boy will cover in there. Chamberlain. Really don't know. Wait and see.
Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. It's, the midfield is, these injuries have really hampered our season, John. They really have. I know every club says the same thing, but we've had full season injuries, John. No 1 or 2 games. It's players that have been out for most of the season, and it really has hampered us. It really has, especially by Cameron Carter-Vickers and Alistair Johnson. Having the 2 boys out the team has really hindered our season. But no, the 3, I think the 3 will be Nygren, McGregor and Hatate, John. That'll be the 3 for me. And I think he's going to manage Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's minutes up until he's 100% fully fit, John. But we'll wait and see. As I say, Daniel's out, McGuinness out, Kennedy out as well. I'll quickly run through their predicted starting 11 for me, John. They play a 4-4-2. That is the preferred formation, Kilmarnock. That may change because they're playing Celtic, John. Who knows? We'll wait and see on Sunday as well. We can only have estimates at this time. So starting 11 for Kilmarnock for me is Roos and goal. Curtis, Brown, Diaz, Larson, Watson, Lyons, Polworth, Kilty, John Jules and Anderson for Kilmarnock, John. That's my starting 11 for the Kelly boys. Celtic, John, on the other hand, as I say, we're unbeaten in 5. We're actually unbeaten since Martin O'Neill's came back to the club, which is absolutely fantastic. He's doing a great job. He's getting the most that he possibly can out of these boys. Because you've got to bear in mind, John, and you did mention it 2 podcasts ago, these boys have been battered from pillar to post. Brendan Rodgers, then Martin O'Neill, then Nancy, and now Martin O'Neill again. They've had to go 4 different times, John. And obviously, the Nancy era just totally destroyed some of our boys, and Martin's came in and tried to pick up the crumbs again. So, Martin O'Neill doing a fantastic job, John, and unbeaten in the last 5.
Martin O'Neill's done a fantastic job. Of course he has, because he's had to pick them up. And like he says, I just don't think Celtic have fully recovered. I don't think they've recovered from Brendan Rodgers leaving, to be honest with you. Although Martin O'Neill seemed to get a song like them in his first time around.
Yeah.
But Brendan Rodgers, Mr. Walkaway yet again. Yet you've got people on podcasts following him and praising him for his work in Dubai and all that. Get a life, man. Who's interested in Brendan Rodgers? But Martin O'Neill's done it. He's done a decent job picking them up yet again. After the Nancy thing, that was bad. That was really bad. That's probably the worst times I remember in Celtic's history, having him in charge. Worse than Douglas and Barnes, by the way. It was a total catastrophe, and you can see why the boys are struggling with all the chopping and changing. But look, they're starting to get used to playing for Martin O'Neill. You're starting to see better performances on the park, just no taking the chances. So the confidence will be high after another late win. I think the boys will be buzzing to go for this one.
Yeah, it's a game I'm really looking forward to, John. Anyway, it is a very tough away game. It really is. Kilmarnock on that plastic pitch. The weather, we don't know what the weather's going to be like. We're hoping it's going to be raining, John, because that means, sometimes we go up to Rugby Park and the groundsmen there, they refuse to wet the pitch, John. You're playing on that dry, horrible rubber plastic pitch, John. We want it to be slick and wet, at least gives the players half a chance, doesn't it? So that option is taken out of their hands if it's pouring the rain. So we're hoping it's raining anyway, John. All right, starting predicted 11 for you, John. for Celtic. We've went through the injuries, the players that are back as well, John. So it's going to be the same as Livingston, I think, apart from Arnie Ingles. But what do you think, buddy?
I think it'll be pretty much the same as well. I think it's Schmeichel, Trusty, Scales, Sriracha, I think will start this one.
Yeah.
And Araujo. Sriracha and Araujo, you've got to get them in permanent contracts under. Them two are outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, out of the loan signings, and there's been a lot out of the loan signings. By the way, the other one that was sent back was Poozy, wasn't it? What a disaster that was. So we want this other boy, Arthur, to get his chance, and then we can have a wee look to see what he's like. But anyway, yeah, Araujo or Araujo, however you want to pronounce the boy, and Sriracha, John, outstanding fullbacks. So get them, as you say, on a 4-year contract each, John, and the board should be working on that as we speak.
I really don't know if they're working on that. I wouldn't put it past this board. But look, them two, that's especially Sriracha and Araujo as well. And do you think he's as good as Alistair Johnston? I think Alistair might just pip it with his forward play. I think going forward, I think Alistair Johnston's maybe slightly better. He's more direct and he gets across in early, which Araujo seems to be more of a he gets forward and creates play, creates chances without crossing it in. He does put crosses in, but mostly he's there to back up the wingers, and he does a fantastic job at it.
Yeah, if we get the two of the boys on long-term contracts, Alistair Johnston, his contract must be up for renewal as well. But yeah, two brilliant players, John. I think Alistair does have that wee bit more grit, shall we say, in the tackle. Araujo also very gritty as well, but Alistair has that wee bit more, doesn't he? I think you're right, John. I couldn't agree more with you, actually. But both brilliant fullbacks, both brilliant right backs, John. So get him on a permanent deal as well. But yeah, that's the back five for me as well, John. Totally agree with that so far.
Aye, with McGregor, Hatate and Nygren, of course. You're going to agree with that, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And up front, Dysno on the left, Vanchara through the middle, and I like to look at Tenecte on the left. He seemed to do a pretty good job there.
Yeah, on the right. Yeah, he was brilliant, John. His crosses into the box.
On the right, sorry.
Yeah, these crosses into the box were stunning, John. Stunning. Everyone stayed in the park. Let's put it that way, because sometimes when the crosses them from the left, they're into Rose Head. But every single cross from the right hand side stayed in the park, and decent quality into the box, John. So I'd like to see him getting another chance on the right.
Aye, well, I think Yang's lost his place. I just don't think Yang contributes enough. Great goal against the Rangers, fantastic. He's had a couple of decent goals this season, a couple of good performances. But I think Tenecte is a wee bit more consistent. So I think it'll be Dyson and Tenecte. I think that's definitely going to be it. Vanchara, I just don't think he's, so far what I've seen of him, I'm only talking so far, everybody. I'm not saying he's a terrible player, but so far what I've seen, he doesn't do enough for me in games. So I think maybe, I don't know who would start up front. Maybe I'd like to see any actual getting a start. Yeah,
I'd like to see any actual getting his chance. He's clearly not fit 100% yet, so that's what the delay with Big Iniacho is. But the fact that we've got Adamu there as well, but I think it'll be the big man, John. I think it'll be the big loan signing and the option to buy for 7 million for him. So he's got to start finding it. I know he scored already, and he's had an assist already in 3 games, a goal and an assist. It's not too bad, is it? But yeah, we'd like to see him getting on the score sheet against Kilmarnock. That would be brilliant for the big man, boost his confidence a wee bit as well. Right, John, league predictor on your left-hand side there, big league table there. Get your guesses in for that, folks. 1 guess each if you're in that league table. If you want to join the league table, get your name out of the comments. Right, just type your name and join league table, and I'll add you to the league table. I know it's too late for this season, but it gets your foot in the door, and you can start building up for the start of next season's league predictor. Kevin McKenna, he's came in. Gallagher 1967, he's came in over the last week as well. So get your guesses in, folks, for the league table. And if you want to join, because there is 3 or 4 there that we can drop out, just get your name into the comments. We'll drop the 3 or 4 out and we'll add you in. Not a problem. And it's to win the fantastic prize, obviously. Big box of Celtic goodies. Right, John, let's get into it. the predictor. We'll do the League One first. And this is for everybody, and you and I. We're in the league table as well, although we can't win the prize. What are you thinking, John? What's your score prediction for Kilmarnock against Celtic on Sunday?
Oh, I think we've got to start banging in goals. It's been too close recently. I'm going to say Martin O'Neill knows that we need to bang in goals, and I think we're going to see a few goals from Celtic in this one. I'm going to go the reversal for Kilmarnock. I'm going to go 4-2 to Celtic.
Another nail biter by the sounds of things then. Yeah, 3-0 for me, John, in that one. I'll just take a note of them. 4-2, sorry, and 3-0 to the champions. Okay, John, good luck with that. Good luck everybody else in that league table. Get your guess in just now. And hit that like button as well, by the way. If you're going to your phone and you're going to go into the comments section, you see that wee like button and you've not hit it yet, hit it now. Right, John, the big predictor, big weekend predictor between us two. It just gives us a wee chance to run through some of the games that are happening over the weekend as well. Currently sitting at 22-19 I got for the Falkirk game in midweek there. So that was another one added for me. 22-19, you're still, 3 ahead, John? But it is getting close there, isn't it, in the predictor. So let's get into this. Dundee against Livingston on Saturday.
It's close to the predictor now. I think you conceded about 3 months ago. But you've caught up. I think I got 3 Celtic results correct in a couple of weeks, which was good. That got me up to the top. That got me to the top of that table.
And of course nobody's got it right in a couple of games, so you're still sitting there top with everybody behind you, John. You're sky high. Collins is second, so he is in the prize position. So obviously Collins, he is in the position of winning the prize at the moment. But we'll get to that in another podcast, John. Let's continue with this predictor. What did I say there? Dundee Livingston on Saturday.
Long way to go in the league tables, and there's still a lot of games to be played. Anyway, Dundee against Livingston. Livingston are pretty poor. Dundee pretty good. Just think Livingston, that Marvin Bartley character, just Mr. Radio Clyde, Mr. Aaron Ramsey's the best thing ever happened in Scotland. Mr. I'll have a dig at a 74-year-old man in the touchline. What an absolute walloper of the week, by the way, Marvin Bartley.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's a long way again about this, isn't it?
Agreed.
You can't disagree. He is a walloper, isn't he, Marvin Bartley?
Yeah.
Always has been. Let's get to this predictor anyway. Dundee against Livingston. I think Dundee to turn them over 4-1.
2-0 to Dundee in that one for me, John. Falkirk against Dundee United.
Falkirk to win 3-1.
3-1, and I'll say 1-1 in that one, if you know what I mean. 1-1 in that one. I like that. Hibs against St Mirren.
Hibs to win 2-0.
2-0 to the High Bees, and 2-1 to St Mirren for me in that one. They'll turn it around again. Okay, these are all the Saturday games, John. Brownie watch Arbroath against Ayr United.
I'll go for an Ayr United. No, I'll go for a draw. 1 each.
And 1-0 for me, John, to Ayr in that one, Brownie. Lenny watch Dunfermline against Partick Thistle.
Partick Thistle 2-1.
And I'll say Partick win as well, John. 1-0. 1-0 to Partick Thistle for me in that one. Celtic B away to Broxburn.
Celtic B win 3-2.
And the Broxburn win for me, John. 2-1. Boo. Stuttgart.
I wouldn't bank on any team that's got the word Brox in it.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? But no, Celtic B are quite poor. Stuttgart against Cologne.
Stuttgart 3-0.
Off the back of Stuttgart's loss in midweek against St Pauli, I will say 1 each in that one. Okay, good luck to Cologne. because we want Stuttgart as low as or morale as possible. Okay, into the Sunday games, John. This is where it heats up. Motherwell against Aberdeen.
It's got to be a Motherwell win, isn't it? 2-0 to Motherwell.
Decent team, Motherwell. They really are. I mean, fair play to them. I'll say 2-1 to Motherwell. And that one, Aberdeen, the first game in about 2 weeks with the state of the pitches up there. Right, the big one, John. Let's get to the big one. Rangers against Hearts at Ibrox. I've had a big discussion about it earlier on, but what's your prediction for this one?
I've not actually gave it much thought. I think I'm trying to avoid it, to be honest with you. I think for me personally, I know if Rangers get beat, Celtic go above them if Celtic win. But I don't know, because the Celtic game's before them, isn't it?
As yeah.
So you don't know what's going to happen in the Celtic game either. This is why I'm saying I don't know what I want in this game. So to keep it safe, I think probably a draw's probably the preferred result here, 1 each.
Well, for me, John, I want to see a draw, but I think actually Hearts will win it. John, I think they will win it, and I'm going to go 2-1 to Hearts in this one. Okay, another Hearts game, John. We'll move it on quickly. Time running out. Celtic women, Celtic ladies, Celtic girls, Celtic females, whatever you want to call them, against Hearts away from home. Hearts against Celtic.
Oh, as a Celtic ladies, females, women, girls, whatever you want to call them, get a bit of confidence. I don't know. If they get a bit of confidence from watching the men's team, I really don't know, because I'm not up to date with the ladies, females, women's, girls game.
We're covering all aspects here, John. I mean, people get upset if you call them women. People get upset if you call them ladies. People get upset if you call them females. So we're covering all angles.
That's how mental this world's got. That you can't call the Celtic ladies without somebody getting upset about it. That's how mad. You know what I mean? That's how mad things have got, Xander. It's absolutely insane. And I'm only having a laugh, but so are you when we say ladies, women, female, girls. It's having a laugh. I call them the Celtic ladies. If you don't like it, don't listen. Turn off. We don't exist. It's as simple as that. You're an absolute mug, whoever you were.
Yeah, and there's also, just quickly off the subject, I think I left a comment, and sometimes when you're leaving comments, it's just quick typing, you've got predictive text, and the spelling isn't always 100%, it's just a quick text, everybody does it, and you've got the spelling police out there, John. But specifically talking head, a Celtic supporter as well, talking head, correcting spelling when there's predictive text on every single phone, John. I mean, honestly, the world has just gone crazy. It really is. We're going to have Wallop of a week in a wee minute. But anyway, John, Hearts ladies against Celtic women. What are you thinking?
So it's ladies against women, is it? I don't know. There is some absolute muppets out there. And the internet's brought it to light, isn't it, how many absolute mugs there is on the planet. Like you say, the spelling police and all that stuff, the ones that you don't call it women, you don't call it ladies. And then when you ask him, what do you want us to call them, he doesn't answer. What's the matter with these people? Well, imagine sitting there and going, oh, he said Celtic ladies, I'm going to leave a comment. It's no called ladies. Imagine sitting there like that. How sad is that?
Yeah, that is quite sad, John. And everybody leaving a comment into your comment sections there, just make sure your spelling is correct, because the police will be right on to you, the spelling police. So just make sure your spelling is correct.
Oh, right, you've got to make sure your spelling's correct. I make sure that every time. If I leave a message somewhere, I double check it, triple check it before posting. Anyway, the Celtic ladies, women's, girls team against the Hearts one. It's at Hearts ground, aye?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'll still go for a Celtic win, 2-1 to Celtic.
2-1, okay. And I'm going to go for a Celtic win as well. That wee guy's doing okay, ain't he? 2-0 for me. Okay, good luck to the Celtic women, ladies, girls.
Females.
Female, sorry, I don't want to miss anything out. And by the way, I knew teachers at school who wrote on blackboards that got spelling wrong. By the way, that's another thing. Am I allowed to say blackboard? Is it chalkboard, whiteboard? What are we allowed to say these days? Anyway, John, Partick Thistle against Rangers, ladies, women, girls.
Oh, I don't know. Partick Thistle, I don't know much. I'll go for a Rangers ladies, women's, girls, females one. 3-0.
Okay. And I would say 2-1 to the Rangers in that one. All right, John, that wraps it up. That's the predictor done for the weekend. Quite a big predictor there. Quite a few games. A lot of games on actually this weekend. So it's going to be a busy one in the football world, John. So we'll be back on. Sorry, Walloper of the week. I forgot about Walloper of the week. And it has to go to Marvin Bartley, John. Arguing with a 74, I keep saying 73, I don't know why, 74 now. 74-year-old gentleman, legend, Martin O'Neill, an absolute gem of a man, standing there arguing with him in the public eye, John, in the touchline at Celtic Park. So Walloper of the week for me is Marvin Bartley, Livingston stand-in manager.
Aye, well, it's a good shout.
Right, John, we'll see you on Monday. We'll be back, John. Good luck to the champions, of course, on Sunday. We'll be back Monday. We'll see you on Monday, buddy.
See you Monday, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, buddy. Take care, and we'll see you all very soon. Hail, hail for now.